Hello and welcome to more Chaos Draft. Well, we got Super Absorb as our rare. I call it Super Absorb because Absorb counters a spell and you gain 3. This makes them also lose 3. I don't think that's necessarily worth it in Limited. Like, I would take a lot of cards over this, but it's cool, the art's cool, the effect is cool. Esper Charm, a historically very strong card. Instant Speed, make your opponent discard 2. You can do it at instant speed, so you can do it during their draw step. Is quite nice, and then you can draw 2 as a failsafe. There's a lot of things here, so I think I'm gonna have to move quick. You can, if opponent is attacking you and you can control a forest and a plains, you can cast it without paying its mana cost. That's actually kind of cool. There are some tri-lands which help with our mana. This has flying, and it gives all your creatures power 5 or greater flying. I think I'm leaning towards just taking the Bant Panorama, because it makes us stay open and it gives us fixing for colors. There's a lot of things in there that you could take early and cement yourself, but I think pretty much no matter what deck we end up in, this is just going to be pretty nice, unless we end up in black red, which it's possible, but at least this will be a good card. I just don't know what I'm drafting yet. So the next instant or sorcery spell you cast this turn can't be countered. Not going to take that. Mind Sludge is good, but I think basically the value of this card depends on the value of an extra card in a format. In Limited, first of all, getting up to 5 mana, like your opponent probably just played a bunch of 2/2s. And then making them discard stuff isn't as valuable as it is in Constructed, where making them discard a ton of cards can have a huge impact on the game. I'm looking at Fiery Temper, Croson Restore if we want to go ramp. This is a 4 mana 1/1. I'm not taking that. This kills enchantments. I also like Faceless Butcher. I think I'm going to try this Fiery Temper because it's just red removal, but historically red is not amazing in draft. However, I think this Chaos Draft is like higher power than the average Chaos Draft format, and there is a discard synergy, so taking this is not completely crazy. I also, oddly enough, might end up black-red. Necropanther is pretty nice, although I guess you have to mutate to get the ability, so you would need this plus a mutate effect, which is kind of not the most likely thing. So basically this is just a 3 mana 3/3 that you can trade for something else, and it can turn a 1/1 into a 3/3, so it's good but not like amazing. Prickly Marmoset is fine. I do actually like Rugged Highlands. Deadweight is like decent removal. Dragon Stinger is okay. A lot better in like a dedicated cycling format, but a 2 mana 2/2 that you can cycle away for 1 mana is still like good rate. And then a Zagoth Crystal if we want to like go really deep. Kind of like the crystal. Just stay as open as possible. And this is kind of like a land with cycling, so that's also pretty good. I'm just trying to like get a feel for what's open in this format, because missing out on your first, like, even if we don't use any of our first 6 picks, that's fine because we get the whole rest of the draft, and you can be more confident that you're going to get enough playables the higher power level a draft is. This card is equal to the number of enchantment cards in all graveyards. Power toughness? No. This is a 1 mana card that becomes a wall. No. Beloved Chaplain is awesome. A 1/1 protection from creatures. Blocks everything, gets in for 1. It's a very good card. And I don't think I want to play an enchantment that kills stuff. Exile an enchanting attacking creature and draw a card, though? Is that better than Beloved Chaplain? I don't know. That seems really good. I'm going to take that. I don't know. That seems better than a 1/1 because there's so many ways to kill a 1/1, but who knows? Whenever a bird, oh gosh, whenever a bird is put into your graveyard, put a counter on it, and then bird creatures get +1/+1 for each counter on it. That's pretty cool. This is from the cycle of giving your opponent stuff back. I don't like that. +2 -1, so this can be removal. And then it targets something randomly. So you can just like wipe out an opponent's entire board. I'm a huge fan of the 1/6. Phantom Nomad is still pretty good as well. And then Cage Mail puts it on defense. Keep Watch is actually kind of funny. I kind of want to just take this 1/6 Vigilance. I didn't get to read the rest of that card, but it had a pretty big drawback. I think the opponent could exile cards from their graveyard to stop it from being a passivism, which really isn't what you want. This is a 2 mana 0/2 that you can remove 3 Saproling counters to make a thing. Okay. Whenever creature you control deals combat damage to a player, put a time counter on it. That's pretty good. We could try and draft some rebels, I guess. I think it's unlikely to get there fully. And then some sliver payoffs as well. 2-mana 2/1 Swamp Walk is also pretty good, but I think I'm just gonna take this. Right now it feels kind of like white is open. We have these two cards, and I think this card is totally fine. And the games tend to go late in this format, so just getting a bunch of random dorks seems like the way to go. As long as there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard, it has +2/+2. Don't love that. This gets back a lot of creatures, which is good. This mills you. I think Floating Shield is good. It's a 3-mana thing that gives a creature protection from the chosen color. Kind of like Floating Shield. This is a 3-mana 3/2 that can do 5 damage to the opponent. That's not that good. Tainted Field is also kind of awkward. It's only good if you already have a swamp. So that only helps you cast double costed cards, which isn't really where you want to be. I don't like Tainted Sigil. I'm looking at some of these, like, I think Pale Recluse is just absurd. First of all, it's a 6-mana 4/5 reach, which just blocks everything. And we already have Bant Panorama and the Crystal to help us cast it. Then if you're like missing your land drops, you can just cycle it to get a forest or a plane. So like it's just the most versatile card. I'm gonna take that. It's kind of weird that all these went so late. They're very, very good. Okay, so this is the pack we opened. 3-mana 1/2 flyer I don't love. Could speculate on Punish Ignorance. I could take an Obelisk of Esper and just go like big mana control. Because I think this card is just way too hard to cast to be worthwhile. I don't like this card. It kind of doubles down on like creatures with power 5 or greater gain flying. I think I'm just going to take the Obelisk. Seems like it's probably going to be the most useful. Okay. Sacrifice this. Target creature loses protection from black. Okay. That's a card, I guess. This is a 4-mana 1/1 flyer that can get bigger. I think I'm just going to take an Aquamoeba, I guess. Although Nantuko Calmer. Actually, that seems... Aquamoeba is actually pretty good. Here we can take a 3-mana 2/4 Vigilance, Dranith Stinger. Honestly, Hampering Snare is kind of good in Chaos Draft. I just got to decide if I want to go green, because this is actually like pretty good. I'm going to take the 2/4 Vigilance for 3 mana. Regenerate target creature, draw a card. I kind of like that. And this is a... no. Okay, I'll take that. Okay, so yeah, I think green-white is open. I know these cards are not great, but I think people would have still taken them. I guess I can take Folk Medicine. There is, you know what? There is a chance I get like a Battle Screech or something. Maybe. I don't actually know this format, but deals 1 damage to target creature. You gain 1 life. They gain first strike. I'll just take the Sliver. I think there was a Sliver in that pack. But anyway, there's like a chance I get something that makes birds. And, you know, maybe I get a bunch of them. So this might be the worst card I've ever seen. With some really good artwork too. But you gain life equal to the number of creature cards in all graveyards. That's going to gain you like 3 life for 4 mana. Not great. Ooh, we get double rare. Don't know how that works, but Skraganoth, protection from blue, can't be countered. Pretty good card. Protection from red and it kills goblins. This seems very good. That pumps all white creatures, flash flying, it can't be countered. This is a 3-mana 1/2 flash flying. That's pretty good. This is a 3-mana 2/2 flying, and it kills enchantments. This card's also good. Wow, this is a good pack. I think I'm gonna take Celestial Crusader because it's looking like white is pretty open. It's a good combo with Mycologist, and it's only gonna get better. It's just unfortunate there's so many other good cards in this pack too. I gotta make sure there's nothing like completely broken in here. 1 damage each creature without flying. You can cast this for free. Mind Lash Sliver is pretty good. There's a 5/6 Flash Trample. A lot of stuff going on there. Ooh, Fiend Hunter. I do love me a Fiend Hunter. There's Thraben Sentry, 4-mana 2/2 Vigilance, and when a creature dies, it becomes a 5/4 Trample. Bonds of Faith is pretty good. Rally the Peasants is nice, but Fiend Hunter is the real deal. So I don't think I'm playing white, or blue, I mean. I'm almost certainly not playing red. The rest is kind of up in the air. I like... Pale Recluse makes me want to play at least like a little bit of green because I already have Bant Panorama as well, and the Crystal, which I may or may not play depending on if I get a lot of 5+ cards, then sure. So if you get up to 30 life, then you can kill the opponent. I don't necessarily like that. I do like Niblis of the Breath, and this can mill your opponent for 5, but That's okay. Heavy Matic, +1/+1. If it's a human, it gets another +1/+1. So Floating Shield is, that's an enchantment. This is a human. Fiend Hunter is a human. This is a human. So Heavy Matic could be good, but I feel like this card is very good. 3 mana 2/1 flyer is already a great rate, and then you can tap or untap. So it just gives you a lot of versatility in what it can do. Chapelgeist I like a lot. Travel Preparations. Uh-oh. This card is absurd. It's very good if we're aggressive, which we are currently not even close to aggressive, but we could get there, right? Like, I get rid of the crystal, I get rid of the obelisk, I go green-white, splashing a Nibelisk, because this card just hits so incredibly hard. If I just get a bunch of random 2/2s. I do have a 1/6 vigilance and a floating shield, so Chapelgeist is just like a very good rate. This is hard. This is actually really hard. This card is just going to be solid. If I want to draft like this dirtily controlling deck, 3 mana 2/3 flyer is perfect. But I think I'm going to speculate on travel preps. Oh, okay. Guafaha Zid. Put a bribery counter on target creature you don't control, and they can't attack or block. That seems quite good. There's also this 2 mana 2/2 protection from black. And then some elementals. I'm going to take this card. So I think I may have messed up on the speculation, but you never know. There's a Mana Tithe. I want to get my statement about Mana Tithe out there because it's very good in high-powered formats because the cost, you have other ways to recoup the card advantage, but I don't actually know if it's good in this format because games go very late and they're usually not so focused around tempo-based plays. And Mana Tithing, like, a Grizzly Bear is a lot worse than Mana Tithing a Jace the Mind Sculptor because this card is always going to be 1 mana, so it really depends on the mana efficiency of cards you're playing with and against. If you're playing Vintage Cube, all the cards are so mana efficient that this card is kind of absurd. I'm going to take Shade of this thing. It seems pretty good. Anyway, so that's my take on Mana Tithe. I did not know this card existed, by the way. That seems kind of good in my current deck. Ooh, Trumpeting Gnar is a 3 mana 3/3. And I guess I am kind of splashing blue at least. And when it mutates, it makes a beast. Otherwise, there's just a coordinated charge. Springjaw Trap is also some good removal, actually. There's also Drannith Healer, which is just a good, like, I kind of need 2 mana plays if I'm going to travel preps. You know what? I think I'm going to take the 2 mana creature. Ooh, okay. Search for an enchantment card, put it in your hand. I don't actually have many enchantments. Rumbling Sentry is good, but oh man, I love Underworld Dreams. I know most people don't, but I think it's good. I'm going to take the 2 mana 1/2 flyer. I think that's a pretty good rate. There's a lot of like 1 power creatures or like 1 toughness creatures that this can just trade with. And I have exactly 1 aura. It's a good aura though. And Transcendent Envoy is exactly the kind of card that's good with travel preps. Oh yes, we got so many good cards back. Bladed Pegasus. If a spell would deal damage to a permanent player, prevent 1 of that. Otherwise, there's a 3 mana 2/2 that destroys enchantments and it makes things white. Kind of like this more. The flash is nice, but it doesn't hit as hard. I think I'm going to take this. It's not a May. I have to keep that in mind. So if you play this, you have to kill something. Ooh, Stitch Drake is so good. So is Rally the Peasants, even just if I'm not playing the flashback. And then 3-Bit Sentry is fine, but this card, can I make the blue work? I mean, I could be blue-white just splashing at travel preparations. I'm going to take this card. It's so good. Griptide versus Break of Day. I think I like Break of Day. Also, this card is hilarious. If you draft a zombie deck, it could be good because there's a lot of random humans. Yeah, I think I like this more than Griptide in the deck that we seem to be somehow building. View from above. Target creature gains flying. If you control a white permanent, it comes back. That actually is kind of good. And we did get Mana Tithe, which at this point, I'll take it over the Sliver, I guess. I still don't know how I feel about Mana Tithe in draft. I think this format is probably powerful enough. Ooh, what is this? When this attacks, you can return a creature with power 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield attacking. So, like literally every creature in my deck? Huh. Okay. There's Ruthless Instincts. Choose 1. Target non-attacking creature gains reach and untap it, or give a creature +2/+2 and trample is fine. I like Valorous Stance quite a bit. And then Soul Summons. Can I make this work? If I can make this card work, it's going to be very good. I could even cut green, or I guess I could cut blue. Like, this card's so good. You attack, you pay 2, you get back any creature. Probably I should just take Valorous Stance. I hate this discipline pick, but Alicia and Goblin Heel Cut are both in the pack, but I'm just gonna take Valorous Stance. Stay on track, make sure I draft a consistent mana base, and then see what happens. What do you do? Whenever an opponent casts a spell during your turn, draw a card. And then it flips into something if they cast a spell during your turn, you draw 2 cards. Okay. Enchanted creature can't attack, a block, or transform. You can sacrifice a permanent to move it. This enters the battlefield as a copy of any creature with additional counters. There's a 4 mana 1/5 flyer, which is also good. Sleep paralysis. This is a 3 mana 2/3. It becomes a 3/5, and it really stops them from casting spells on your turn. I think I'm gonna take the removal because I'm a bit short on removal. And being able to move it is pretty nice too. Ooh, I like Sunmane Pegasus. What is this? Draw 3 cards. Whenever you cast a spell, you lose 1 life. Okay, that's pretty good actually. I'm gonna play that. Target creature gets +X+O, where X is your devotion to green. I think, ooh, Vexing Gull is also nice too, but I'm gonna take the Vigilance Lifelink Flyer. Just good. It's so good at racing, and it's not a bird. I do have 1 bird, which I just moved to my sideboard. I did not mean to. Do I have more birds? No. Because we do got this. You need to be running like 10 birds before this is good, I would think. Ooh, can make a lot of slivers. Discard a card, create a 1/1 sliver artifact. And it's a creature itself. Lumen Thread Field is also kind of good. Edge of Autumn, I think you can cycle. If you have 4 or more lands, you can just cycle it for free. I wonder how I feel about Silversmith. Also Llanowar Mentor. Oh, this is just better. I can play this turn 1 and just start making Llanowar Elves. I kind of like that. I also kind of like Lumen Thread Field. I'll take this card. I don't have any 1-drops yet. We have a Break of Day already. The Bear is a 3 mana 2/2. And if something died, it becomes a 3 mana 4/4. That's actually pretty huge. We don't really care about exiling cards from graveyard. I think I might just take this Bear. Whenever this dies, make a 1/1. I kind of like this Bear, but I don't have that much green. That's my concern. But I also don't have that much blue. So I need to like pick a color and kind of commit to it. I guess I could just take Thraben Heretic. It is just a 2 mana 2/2, but it might come around. Alright, I'm going to be disciplined. I'm going to take the on-color card. Oh boy. Well, I think I'm playing both. This card is insane. Blue and green. Bounce it. It's a flying creature. Flying Crane Technique is also very good. This card just wins games, right? Gives everything flying, double strike. If I had taken the other red card, I would probably try and make the mana work, but I think it's a little bit late for that. I'm just going to take Ice Feather Aven, because it's a morph, so at the worst case, it's a 3 mana 2/2. Yeah, we'll take that. Target attacking human gets +1/+1. Primal Druid, when this... Oh, Terrarian! That might actually help our mana woes, right? You just get 2 mana of any combination of colors? Yeah, I think I need a Terrarian. My mana's a little bit awkward, but Terrarian single-handedly lets me cast, like, a lot of cards. Okay, so this deck is kind of all over the place. I think I'm moving these over. I'm probably playing... I don't know about Refresh. It's still pretty good, though. Border Patrol is probably a little bit too slow. I kind of regret whatever I took this over, although I think this is still an insane card. Floating Shield, I think I like because it lets you put, like, the last bit of damage through. Ooh, Moorland Drifter. This becomes a 5/6. I do have Terrarian and a Sackland, so this can get flying. Enchanted creature gets +3/+3, and if it's a human, it has trample. I have actually a lot of humans. I think I'm just going to take the 2 mana creature here. Because again, I need a pretty good curve if I want this deck to actually work. Oh, we get Ruthless Instincts. +2/+2, and has Vigilance if you control a green permanent. Will of the Naga is double blue. I don't even think I can play Stitched Drake because our blue is such a light splash. I think this card's fine. Yeah, sure. Wow, what? Alter Ego went around? I mean, that seems pretty good. I don't know why it went around. Flash enchanted creature gets +1/+2. I actually might play that. That's like a pretty good combat trick that stays around. A lot better than +0/+2. I will sideboard Rapid Vigor if they have like a crazy board wipe or something. And we got Artful Dodge and another Break of Day. I think I like Break of Day more, but I don't think I need 2. But you never know. Oh, okay. Wow, okay. I have a lot of humans. These are warriors, but I think Spirit, human, shade, griffin, human, human. This is a human. I have a couple. The problem is I have so many cards to cut from this deck. It's possible I'm just supposed to take out all the blue cards. They're so good though. Like Guafa Hazid, they just can't attack and block. You just keep hitting them with 2/2s. They draw cards, but you can just out tempo them. I think I'm gonna reserve Mana Tithe for opponents who have like a lot of chunky boys. Probably not gonna play these green 1-drops just because like green is hard to come by. I think blue is mostly the splash. This can get green or white. So I think I do like that. So this is a land, this is still a creature. I don't know if I like Take Up Arms. It does cost 5 mana, although it is good with something like Celestial Crusader. Shade of Trollcar is also very good. I guess Refresh is probably in a splash color, something I don't really want. Same with this probably. I just want to reserve my green cards for like Ice Feather Aven and Travel Preps and Altered Ego. Because this is a very good late game card. I guess cutting these does make my blue... View from above probably makes sense. I do really like Niblis of the Breath. Sunmane Pegasus, Valorous Stance I like, this I like. Heretic, just a 2/2 is fine. Some flash stuff. Cycling Dude. Pump my team. You know, this seems fine actually. 16 land with a land cycler and a Terrarian. Seems okay. We're just gonna do one green source. Do I just do one blue source? No, I need more than one blue. Maybe I don't. So Aven is a morph, and I think I need 2 blue. Oh, I get 2 more. Okay, that's. I think I'll just do Island Plain. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue sources, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 green sources. I think I actually want to switch that because Travel Preparations is something that we want to cast early, whereas most of my other blue cards are kind of okay late game cards. If I have a card that's just like significantly better than Niblis, I'll probably just put that in, but I don't think I do. I have this 2/4 Vigilance, I have Aquamoeba. I guess I do have these 1-drops. Okay, let's look at how many humans I have. So we'll put all the humans over there. That's one, that's a human, that's a human. Spirit, bird, he's a human, that's a human. I don't think there's necessarily enough. That's 5 humans to make the Crossroads Consecrator good enough. So we're just gonna run it like this. See you guys round 1. Let's see, we're on the draw. I think I'll keep this hand. Shade of Trollcar in your opening hand is so good because you can just suspend it, and then the turn it comes in, it gets haste and Plains Breathing. Ooh, and I have Mycologist turn 2. Yeah. If I could just draw an island here and start Guafa Haziding people, or really any land would be good, because I think with our current setup, if we just draw 2 colorless lands, we might still have a pretty good chance at winning. Ooh, okay. That's some damage. I'm not really a big fan of cards that are kind of just burn spells to the face and limited. But it really depends on how many effects like that my opponent has, right? If you have like 2, it's not that good. But if your whole deck is it, then it suddenly becomes very good. Because it's like, burn is like the weirdest combo deck where every single card in your deck is the same card. But if that's not the case, right? Like if you're burning your opponent and then killing creatures, then you're like using your things to do different stuff, and it ends up getting a lot worse. But 2 mana for 5 damage is good. When you play this card on turn 2, it is very good. The downside is sometimes you top deck this after your opponent has a 4/4, and then it doesn't do very much. Also, this is like at the end of this, you're down a card. So if you're trying to play a long tempo-based game, that's not great. Whenever you wow. Okay. Opponent's got the secrets. That's actually very good. Fortunately, I can Valorous Stance the Bloodbriar, because they're going to sacrifice this, make this a 3/4. And this I need to sacrifice 3 Spore Counters. Okay. So if I can survive, I think Mycologist should hopefully do the rest for me. That's like one of the sickest starts I've seen in draft though. It's like really, really good. Let's see. So I can make this into a 3/4 as well, just by pumping it. So do I actually kill the Bloodbriar? Because then I don't have, I think I do. Because one thing that could happen is like I block with my Shade, I double pump, then they just burn it. And again, maybe they just have nothing. We get a Spore Counter. Let's draw an island. Or plains. Really any land. Forest is our worst draw, but even then, it's still a land. Let's attack. And I'm just going to play the Sunmane Pegasus. If they want to kill my Shade, that's fine. Because I think Mycologist is actually a little bit scarier than the Shade in the long game, but maybe not. They didn't do anything. That's insane. They still did nothing. Okay. Don't know what's happening, but we'll get there. Vigilance and Lifelink. Let's attack. Okay. Are they just flooding really hard? Alright, I mean, sure. I'll let you for 4. They go to 13, they haven't made any plays. If they play a big creature, I do have second thoughts to stop it from attacking. Sure. They must, well, they're not even flooding because now they missed a land drop. I have no idea. I also realized I forgot to make a thing, which actually kind of matters with Break of Day, but that's okay. Give you Vigilance and Lifelink. Let's attack with the Shade. Pump. 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 I think opponent has just resigned themselves to die. Maybe they're playing a third color. That's the only thing I can think of is like if they're somehow blue or like, yeah, I guess any other color. Yeah, they must be another color. So being aggro against this opponent seems to be pretty important. I don't like Mana Tithe because they're limited by colored mana, not total mana. And I think we can just run it back. Oh, yeah, I'll keep this on the draw. I get to go turn 2 Moorland Drifter. If I hit a third land, just play out the bird. And then I can cycle Pericruz for mana if I need to. And then we have Altered Ego. Caravan Vigil. Okay, let's find out what colors they are. Okay, they are black. Who knows, man? I mean, I guess I'm 3 colors as well, but you want to be base 1 color. Like, let's say I just never get to cast Altered Ego this game. It's not that bad. This card is something that's better in the late game anyway. Like, I'm not going to play this turn 1. So if I can't cast this until turn 10, and then I just play it for 10 mana, that's actually kind of what I want to do with this card anyway. So, you know, because I'm running 3 green and 3 blue, it's pretty unlikely that I get them all to work. Sorry to see that. Good luck to you, big fan, by the way. I love your content. Thank you so much. Not that I'm advising a double splash. I think this is probably greedy, and maybe I shouldn't be doing it, but I got there. I'm going to play Thraben Heretic first. Then, here's what's going to happen. Opponent is going to target Thraben and Heretic or any other permanent with an enchantment, and then I'm going to kill it. Okay, now they play their Bloodbriar. That's a good card. The base rate is a 3 mana 2/3. Ooh, Travel Preps. Are we just going to get our opponent here? Let's play Moorland Drifter. I guess I'll just play this bird. Then I get to Pale Recluse for a forest. Then Travel Preps my stuff, get in for 100,000 damage. I think it is approximately 100,000. I didn't actually calculate it. Okay, they actually have some good fixing. They just got kind of unlucky there. Empty the Warrens is fine. Sometimes you can just draw like a champion. What do I want to do here? I kind of want to just play the Pegasus now, because Travel Preps on that is actually kind of really dirty. And I want to make them like exhaust their removal before I play out Travel Preparations. So if they have a kill spell, then they kill a creature, and then I Travel Preps, I don't lose as much. Ooh, okay, they're gonna devour some stuff. Okay, they have some cool synergy going on. That's actually pretty sick. Hit me with a 4/5, sure. There's a land. So I actually have quite a few routes. Pale Recluse, surprisingly enough, just blocks the Hellkite Hatchling. I can Altered Ego, but I think my best bet here is to just double Travel Prep some stuff. Let's put it on the Pegasus and I guess the bird. And then put it on them again. Then attack. Especially while they're tapped out. Like, I'm not going to risk the block here. Okay, that means they don't really have a whole lot. Really hoping they don't have a way to kill this. I was going to say if they had a way, they would have done it last turn, but that's not necessarily true. The nice thing is I'm about to deploy a 4/5 reach. Don't kill it. Don't. Stop. Stop. No. Sacrifice a creature or land. Okay, their deck's pretty sweet. I'm going to tell them. I like that. There's like a lot of cool synergy going on with Bloodbriar. I need to make sure I exile their creature. I'm gonna take 5. Don't. Cat Spirit. Cool. So this is the 3/2. If it takes damage, remove a counter. Got it. Get rid of your Hellkite. Land. That's not the worst. Not the worst. I can play Altered Ego to make this into a much bigger Phantom Tiger. But I think what I'm going to do here is give this Vigilance and Lifelink. And I don't need this blue. Hit them for 4, gain 4. Then we're going to play a Moorland Drifter and suspend the Shade. Last turn. Because I guess I don't actually gain life if I block there, so maybe I didn't need the Vigilance, but I did need the Lifelink, yes, because this doesn't have Lifelink normally. Oh. Okay. That's pretty good. I'm just gonna take it. Yeah, take 8. Don't kill my Pegasus. Nice. This is coming down eventually. There's our plane. So I can play my big spider, but it's not amazing now because everything they have is Death Touch. And I do really want to gain life. So I think I'm just going to give this Vigilance and then play Altered Ego as a copy of probably the Pegasus. Because that, let's see, I hit them for 4. That actually is lethal next turn. So it enters with no extra counters on it, but that's fine. Copy this Pegasus. So if they cannot kill my Pegasus, they die in the air. This looks like I probably want to chump block. I'm just going to chump block with the Thraben Heretic. There's no way I'm hitting Delirium. I'll block here. Just to make sure I don't die. Like they could have a 3-mana burn spell or something. And this ability is more relevant than some random Delirium that's probably never going to get there. But the way they've been playing tells me they don't have a removal spell. And if they did, I think they would have killed. I guess I could have blocked here. No, they have Death Touch. Opponent says GG's. Thanks, you too. I really did like their deck. It's very rare to see, I guess the type. I don't know why it didn't show up. Magic Online is so weird with the chat. It's very rare to see a deck that's actually synergy based, but theirs is pretty sweet. The biggest problem in the reason why you don't normally see synergy based decks is they're kind of slow. And that was my opponent's biggest downfall. Is they got their combo off, but it just kind of died to a flyer. See you guys next round. All right, we're here for round 2 against Henry Morehouse. Tell our opponent good luck. This hand looks pretty good. I'm on the draw, yeah. On the draw, I'm pretty likely to hit a 3rd land, and I don't really need one. It would just be very good. I get a turn 1 suspend. Okay, that's not a land. Let me rephrase. I think I do need a 3rd land, but I don't need it right away. I can play a 2/2, turn it into a 3/4, and then hopefully do something. I really don't want to play this before I play my Cloud Chaser because this is a must. Like, if I have an enchantment, it has to die. Actually, I need to keep in mind, I still might accidentally do this, but there's a chance that I like play this because I have the enchantment flying creature. This could be foreshadowing, but I'm going to try and remember that that is something I don't want to do. Okay, opponent is the same colors as me, which is kind of cheating. Ooh, all right. Well, fortunately I can like stop them from hitting threshold. See, that's not what you want. Let's play Terrarian. Hit for 2. Missing land drops really does hurt in a deck like this, but our hand's still good. Ice Feather Aven, we can cast off Terrarian. Take 1, sure. No play, okay. Cast you. Okay. I guess I just attack. I want to crack Terrarian. Not really. I think I'm just gonna pump my dude. Oh boy. Opponent is ramping very hard, and I'm just over here with 2 lands on turn 4. I was on the draw. What can I say? Maybe I should have just cracked Terrarian. Oh no. Is this a human? This is a human. Oh god. Okay, that's a problem. 4/2 lifelink. All that hard work is just undone. Yikes. Alright, we're gonna crack this for blue-green and just cast Ice Feather Aven. Yeah, glad I did. I guess I attack with a Shade because I'm not going to be blocking with it. This is actually super unfortunate. I did not expect to go this long without hitting a land. As long as you have 5 or less life, other creatures get +1/+4. Ooh. These are all humans? Oh no. Oh good lord. Butcher's Cleaver is something. They're down to one card and they did not attack. So that's good for me, but I need to hit a land. Unreal. Okay. So that's something. I guess I can kill their Omen of the Hunt? Yikes. So let's Indomitable Will. Something on defense, I imagine. Guess the Shade. So I don't have to discard. Although, do I just want to discard Travel Preparations instead? Because then I can actually cast it. Let's attack. For 2. Yeah, I guess I'll just discard Travel Preparations. That seems not like the craziest thing ever. Okay, so they're going to sacrifice their thing. Scry 2. Yeah, this is super unfortunate. My opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lands in play. Usually Flood beats, or Screw beats Flood though. I don't think people take into account 3 humans with a Butcher's Cleaver when they're doing that though. Like I am not racing. How did they scry? 1 on top, 1 on bottom. Como siempre. I think that means as always, or like always. Alright, they move it there. So this is now a 4-4. Oh boy. So I can make Shade of Trokar into a 3-4, which is not good enough. So I'm just going to take the 4. I really want to see... Oh, not that. It's another human! Oh gosh. We're in for a slog. What is this? I've drawn like almost half my deck and I just can't... Ay. Equip there, yeah. Alright. Unreal. I mean, I get to travel preps. They're gonna hit me for 4 in the air, so I can make this into a 3-3. Alright, I'll do that. This is absurd. Floating Shield will be good. That I can say. There's no point in attacking. And what do I even discard here? Second Thoughts is gonna be good eventually, but I'm not gonna get up to 5 mana for so long. So I guess I do just get rid of that. I don't think I've been mana screwed this long in a long time. The funny thing is we still have some fight. Like if we get to untap, we're kind of doing it. Move the Cleaver to there. They have a 5-1. So I think I just take it because they can Safi Eriksdotter it back into play. Go to 6 life though, and they, oh gosh, they have more land. There we go. Okay, finally. I think, I think I might be dead if I just play Floating Shield. So I play Floating Shield on this, give it protection from white. They move the Cleaver over there and swing out. I can block here, here, and here, and then I only take... I'm not actually dead if I do that. So I think I want to do that. The other option is going for Indomitable Will on the Shade, and then I can block the Sandstep Outcast much better. This is so much harder than it needed to be. I think I'm going to go for this option. This makes this card protection from white. Does not remove Floating Shield. This makes combat a lot easier, and Krosan Restorer is their only like card they can attack with Butcher's Cleaver equipped. And then next turn, I think I can Indomitable Will, so this gives it... Yeah, they can attack. I'm forced to block here. And then they can get it back with Safi Eriksdotter. That's okay. Oh, return target creature from the graveyard to the battlefield. Unfortunately, I can't exile this after it dies, but I can't really block with Shade, because Shade is very good. Spore Burst. No! Oh, that was such a good draw. Oh god, I'm so dead. I did draw a land. This is actually really bad in this matchup. It pumps all their stuff too. I can go Forest. I mean, we'll keep playing, but we're in a lot of trouble here. Because now they're going to equip the Cleaver to a Saproling. I'm going to start gaining life. That's not going away. And this is going to go up to 5 toughness. So next turn I can actually, like, block with this. Play Indomitable Will, give it 5 toughness, 3 power, and lifelink. I'm not out of this, which is kind of crazy considering how long it took me to hit my land drops. And Break of Day will give my creatures indestructible probably this turn, depending on what they drew. If they drew more action, we're in a lot of trouble. I need them to draw like just land for the next like 5 turns, and even then I'm still probably dead. I might be dead on board, so I can block here, here, and the sapling. I take 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm not exactly dead, but I have to lose a creature, which I don't like doing. Interesting. Maybe I am dead. Block here, here, and here. I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm actually just exactly dead. I don't know why they would equip it to a spirit, because that's just worse. But yeah, I think that's exactly 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I fought the good fight, considering I had literally no decisions for a large majority of this game. And if they didn't have that Spore Burst, I think I actually was in that game. I was drawing Niblis. Oh my gosh, that was oh, that was something else. I don't think I have a way to kill artifacts. That artifact is so absurd in their deck. I wish I did, but I do not. So we're just gonna run it back. Do I like Guafa Hazid in this matchup? Kind of. It is a splash card, and maybe just a 2/4 Vigilance is better. Maybe a 2/4 Vigilance is better. I could actually see that being the case. I like Niblis of the Breath though because it shuts down their equipment. Because if they have it equipped to something, I can just tap down their creature. Let's go first and let's draw actual amounts of lands. That's too many, but I'm gonna keep this hand. Because Second Thoughts is kind of like undoing a mulligan anyway. And I don't know. I don't have the heart in me to mulligan down and then see a hand with like 1 land. I know this is probably not correct and you maybe do want to mulligan this hand, but it feels like going down a card. Like, the question is, would I keep this hand? And the answer is yes. 100% I would keep this hand if I mulliganed into it. So I think with that logic, I'm supposed to keep this hand in limited, even though it's not the greatest hand. It gets pretty good if I hit an island though. Yeesh. Okay. Didn't want to see more land. I attack because I can't block. So if they want to trade, that's cool. If they don't want to trade, that's also cool. The problem is I discarded Second Thought so they know about it. Like, I didn't even get the benefit of the surprise because I just lost it because I couldn't cast a single spell. I'm taking 3. Let's hope they don't have a follow-up. And I don't think I can afford to draw too many more lands. Okay, well, their follow-up's fine. And I draw a pretty good card. Okay. Play this. No enchantments to kill. Attack for 2. And I can turn and make stuff white, I guess, which is marginally relevant with my shield sphere that gives stuff protection. Take 3. I could have sat back and double blocked. Uh-oh. What do they have? Sigil Captain. Whenever creature... Oh, no! Oh, and it's not even a 4 toughness. Oh, God. Alright, let's attack here and pass turn. I'm not a fan of this at all. Are they going to play their Sprout Swarm thing and just completely kill me? Or are they going to attack with Sigil Captain and let me Second Thoughts it before they get any value? The problem is I'm at 5 mana and they know I have Second Thoughts, but I legitimately don't have any other plays. Yes, 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 yes. Oh my gosh. I can actually Valorous Stance that, but I think I'm just going to Second Thoughts because I have the mana up. Get out of here, please. Yes, okay, I needed that. I know I drew a land, but I needed that to happen. Battle-wise even, sure. This currently does not have first strike. There's a Transcendent Envoy. We're both at 14. Now there's mana screwed and I'm flooding, but they're not really mana screwed. They're like at the perfect level of 4 mana sources. Guess I attack with my Cloud Chaser, and I guess I attack with my Thraben Heretic too, because they can Qasali Pride Mage my Transcendent Envoy. They take both. I'm actually okay trading my Envoy. So blue mana is good. Oh my god. Opponent, why is your deck so good? Oh boy, we're in trouble. We're in a lot of trouble. Whenever something dies, you get a clue. Whenever you sack a clue, you get a human. Okay, that actually helps a lot. Now I can just Niblis, keep tapping down their flyers, and then not give them Ulvenwald Mysteries value. So they were gonna go off. They were gonna... Wow. Sigil Captain Mysteries, that's some value. They have a Dawn Gryph, so... And I already played my Cloud Chaser Kestrel, so I can't even kill their Mysteries. That card is so unbeatable and limited. I can double tap with Niblis, so I tap on their turn, and then I untap, and then tap, and then I get in for 3. It's not the fastest. I think they should attack with Kasali Pride Mage. Maybe not. My enchantment that gives pro white, I guess would only be good for a turn because... No, wait, yeah, no, the enchantment doesn't have protection from white. Plains was so bad there. I'll still play it. This is some really bad luck. Last time this happened, I had 2 lands out, so we're gonna pass turn. Can also double exile cards from graveyard if I need to. I don't know why that would matter, but it's better than not being able to. So I think I'm actually going to let them attack if they want to. I think letting them make a mistake is better for me. Please don't be a flyer. Okay. They hit their blue manas. Not where you want to be. Oh no. Okay. That's fine. Tap this. Tap yes. Come on! This is unreal. Tap this. Attack for 3. I think I'm at the point where I stop playing cards just so my opponent doesn't know it's in my hand. Like, I could easily have a ton of combat tricks. Oh no. They've used their mana like so efficiently too. There's the battlefield. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains flying. Okay. Do I... So if I destroy this, they get a human creature soldier token. But if I don't destroy this, I take 5. I think I'm gonna kill this. I know they get a clue, but they are kind of mana screwed, so the clue is like not that good. I can also exile this. I can work with that. So I have a lot of lands to sacrifice too. So I think battle-wise Aven is the scariest. So let's target this. It's actually cheaper. Play a land. No attacks. Then we're gonna Niblis tap down the Dawn Gryph. And I think this time I'm going to do it before combat. This is kind of why I don't always say, but I'm saying now, the mana or the lands engine of Magic is so interesting. Last game was a completely different game than this game, because last game I only had 2 lands and I was like struggling to survive, and I had all the resources but I couldn't deploy them. This game, I've had all the mana I needed for a very long time, but now I'm looking for resources, and like winning or trying to win through both of those different situations is kind of fun. I'm gonna tap down this Dawn Gryph. The problem is, if I attack them, their creatures are gonna get really chunky. Tap that, yes. I need to get the protection from white enchantment. They don't do anything. Okay. I feel like they wanted to crack the clue, but they must be very far behind. I get to hit them for 3. Oh, they still get to crack the clue. Okay, actually that makes sense. Foresee into land and then crack the clue. Make a human. Spell. Oh, and what a spell it was. What a spell it was. I don't get to use Niblis of the Breath this turn, but that's fine. I'm not going to play around Mana Tithe. So what do I want to do? I can make a giant Cloud Chaser Kenra. Oh, it can't even be countered. So I think I'm just going to cast this. I think I want to make a big Kenra and kill their Ulenwald Mysteries. I have an 8/8 flyer, which is lethal on its own. Nibbles of the Breath would be good, but I only have 1 blue. So I think I do just target this and then kill this. And I mean, I have an 8/8 flyer. That's huge. But I think I can just sit back now. I don't want to give them Fateful Hour. I want to kill them in one go. They crack their clue. They have 5 spells in hand, which is a little bit scary. But if they don't have removal for the Kenra, then we win. If they do have removal, then we're in trouble. So that's an example of like drawing this card late is fine. I drew it on turn 11 and it was perfect. I can't attack or block. Okay. Not great, but I at least got to kill their Ulenwald's Mysteries. I might have actually just been better off attacking that turn. Does this exile it? Yes, it does. So there's very little way of me getting it back. It makes saplings. All right, race is on. I can make something white. Okay, come on. This can also make something white. None of that really matters yet. I guess I just passed turn. I'm not playing this plains. I'm not moving the thing because Battle-Wise Aven actually is going to get a little bit scary. I don't have any good attacks. All right, that's pretty good. We're gonna let them attack here, make a mistake. Okay, so we tapped on your flyer. The problem is their team's gonna get pumped so big by Gavin Iron, right? Or is it? Oh, that's actually pretty dope. So I can cast this face down. I guess I don't want them to know about it yet. So, oh, and then I can't tap. How much damage am I gonna take? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's a ton. That's a lot of damage. That's a whole lot of damage. Cast this face down. They know what it is. I don't know if I can let them go that low. Let me think about this. So I tap down Welkin Guide. I get in for 3. I put them down to 4. And then I can kill them. If they... So that taps these 3. I have 2 blockers. If they swing out, they won't have any blockers back. And then I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So even if I hold back 2 blockers, I do just die to that sequence, which is not amazing. I can tap the Welkin Guide and just attack for 2, or it's 5 or less. Because they're just going to draw. I think I need to do something here. What if I just attack here? Or just here? Maybe just here makes sense. They fall to 6. Yeah, I guess so. Alright, we'll just hit him for 1. Some anemic beatdowns. And I'm going to move this over. Can't attack, block. No, actually I'm not going to move it over. That's fine. Keeping 1 card in hand. This is really, really bad for me. Briar Pack, no way. Is that... Oh, no. Their deck is so good. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is how we die. That's, yeah, I don't think I can beat this. Not with this many bad land draws. My opponent's down to 15 cards and they have, wait, well, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they have fewer lands than I do. And better cards. We tried, though. We tried really, really hard. Yeah, Briar Pack Alpha plus Butcher's Cleaver. They give their most worthless creature lifelink. Okay, actually, I can just take 2 here. That's not the worst. That was the card I needed. That was the card I needed. So we're gonna Floating Shield here and give protection from white. And that's very good. Protection from white. I don't know how I win this from this position, though. That's the hard part. They have 2 flying blockers, but I think we have a shot at grinding them out. All their flying blockers are white. I can attack like this. Last turn. They still don't know what the card is in my hand. They have Briar Pack Alpha, and they're drawing 2 cards a turn. I guess decking them is like my only viable win condition. Actually, maybe decking them is not that bad of an idea. It's 13 turns, though. I think I'll run out of time before that happens. So we're going to tap this. Sure. Oh, they just flash in. Oh, Omen of the Hunt. Okay. I can work with that. That gets lands out of their deck. I'm going to say no. I think they want to right-click attack all, but maybe not. Maybe just the Saprolings. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, I will take 4. Soon to be a lot more. If I draw a pump spell, like Travel Preparations, I just win. I think I still just win with Travel Preparations. Come on, deck. One time. Travel Preps. Off the top. The card that pumps white creatures also wins? Terrarian? No! You're too late, my friend. Let's play Terrarian. I think I need this protection from white guy back now. So let's just attack with the Transcendent Envoy. Because I'm at 6 and they have a lot of attacking power here. I don't even think I can attack this turn. I think I just gotta hope to top deck Travel Preps. Because they have Briar Pack Alpha, they can draw literally anything. And that was only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They were playing it really close though. Any pump spell there and they died. How did they scry? 1 on top. Uh-oh. What are they doing in their upkeep? So unfortunately my mana is not great, so I can't activate Ice Feather Haven and Nameless of the Breath. And Briar Pack Alpha gives +2/+2. They hit a land, okay. They're down to 10. Oh, interesting. That's actually interesting. So it turns everything face down and it's huge. Lose all my abilities, but I can turn face Ice Feather even face up here. So what is their combat gonna look like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I just do nothing because I need to stop them from lifelinking me. So that's unfortunate, but that just happens. I wish I had been able, if Terrarion entered untapped or anything else, I could have like turned this face up. I'm happy that it tells me what it is, even if I can't look at what the creature does. This does not have trample. Okay. My guy has protection from white. Oh, I needed to activate. That was a mistake. I was supposed to activate this card before it flipped to make their thing white. Yeah, that was actually pretty. I mean, who would blame me for having this situation and not knowing what to do? But that's what I needed to do. So I have to block here because it doesn't have trample, but they're gaining life, which is the problem. Envoy blocks that. Niblis. I mean, I guess they're not going to flip up, right? Ice Feather even. Right now I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I want that one dead. What's one I don't mind having get through? I think Welkin Guide is scarier. I guess Dawngriff is the least important here because I really want this dead. And I think I need this alive. But I take 1, 2, 3, 4. Then they pump the Dawngriff, and then I'm gonna flip up. Actually, let's do this. I lose all my creatures in this exchange. I think I'm just dead. Like, very, very dead. I needed to give pro white, and even then I don't think it mattered. So they pump their guy, I turn this face up. Bounce that. But I don't, there's like not a card in Magic I don't think I can have here. Actually, any way to kill crystallization does do it. I don't know if that exists, but if I find one, they just die. Get the island out of my deck. Crack Terrarion. Blue-green. Oh, no they don't. Well, actually, no they don't. Alright. Good game, opponent. That was... Ooh, that was a lot. Alright, see you guys round 3. Alright, we are here for round 3. That was quite the round 2. Our opponent, good luck. Playing against Shack Pack. We're on the play. This hand is pretty good. I'm gonna keep this. I can even cast Ice Feather even though... You too. Thank you, Shack Pack. That's why this card I don't mind splashing, because at the worst case I could just play it as a morph. But the upside is so high that it's definitely worth, I think, putting in the deck here. What I want to happen is I play my 2/2, and I'm gonna play this one, I guess. I don't have any other cyclers, so he's just a 2/2. But I want them to play like a low value 2/2 that I can Indomitable Will. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Let's go Plains and attack. Alright, now we can Ice Feather even face down. The next turn I can Mortland Drifter plus Indomitable Will. They have a morph. Alright, we're gonna get them with the will, probably. So we'll see how high value their morph is. If they don't block, then it's pretty high value. But we really want them to block. Yeah. Get some value. Oh, yeah, that was pretty low. I see why they blocked. Although, I think they might have been better playing it as an 0/5 rather than trading with my morph. They're in trouble, actually. Like, a lot of trouble. Travel preps. Travel preps off the top. Oh my gosh. Travel preps? Sure. Attack, attack, attack. They take a bunch of damage. This is what the deck was supposed to do. Last round, notwithstanding. I guess I'll hold up a Plains here, somewhat intentionally. Because most of the protection spells are white. And they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they are dead if they don't have exactly a removal spell. Yeah, alright. That was a nice comeback after the ridiculous last round. I almost want to bring in Mana Tithe against this opponent, but it just feels not good enough. So we'll just run it back. Well, I guess this hand was bound to happen eventually. Fortunately, I didn't get the option to mulligan. This hand is much, much, much better. I'm going to keep this, and on the draw, I'm going to get rid of a Plains. That might seem greedy, but like on the draw, I'm pretty likely to hit a third land with Terrarion and other things, and if it gets really bad, I can cycle Granite Healer, I guess. Dusk Rider Peregrine. Flying protection from black, 3/3. That's a good card. All the suspend cards are so good in limited. Okay, so there's our third land. So we're just gonna cast you this turn. Hopefully we just draw our third land naturally. But if I have to cycle a recluse, that's fine. That means I'm drawing spells. So really we're in the position that anything is good. 1/1 Flying Exalted. So yeah, we're gonna forest cycle you. I guess I might as well attack first. No harm here. Wait, wasn't this opponent blue-black last time? Wait, what? Am I what? They must have kept a real sketchy hand, or I'm just completely misremembering, but I feel like they were blue-black. So we're gonna get a forest here. Oh! I do have cycling. Look at that value. That's some good value right there. Okay, I think they're just 3 colors then. I will say, I think our deck does pretty good against 3 color decks. Let's attack for 2. And I'm gonna crack this for blue. And I guess green. Indomitable Will. Okay, so we'll cast Niblis. That can turn into a 3/3. I missed the land drop again. Not the end of the world. I can play most of my spells. And next turn I can actually get kind of crazy. I can play Transcendent Envoy plus Indomitable Will if I want. We're a blue mana short of making Niblis actually good. This attack is kind of strange. Ooh, Saltfield Recluse. There's a Plains, that's good. So, Transcendent Envoy. I could also just Fiend Hunter the Recluse, but I think this is some more value here. I'm gonna play that, attack with Drannith Healer. They're welcome to block. Just got in free damage. I could play Floating Shield, giving the Envoy protection from white. I guess I prefer to give the Niblis protection from white. Yeah, actually this does use my mana pretty effectively. Yeah, let's do it. Then they effectively can't attack or shrink my Niblis. A black removal spell kills me, like one that like Deadweight would be kind of rough. But this is a very different deck than what I saw last game. Nice. Okay, I didn't really want that Plains, but it's cool. So I can Fiend Hunter something and that forces them to shrink stuff, which I think I'm okay with. So let's Fiend Hunter their Saltfield Recluse. They shrink my Drannith Healer probably. Yeah. Yes. That's fine. I can attack for 2 now. Oh. Wait. I didn't know this had an extra ability. I did not know you could sacrifice this to give a creature protection. I think I maybe could have done something last game. Again, never really played with Floating Shield. That kind of sucks. I lose my best creature, but that's okay. We'll give you protection from white, I guess. Wait, I didn't get to choose white. Alright, sacrifice this. Unfortunate. But opponent's really stuck on mana. Although, they have 3 lands, which is like fine. That's a much better attack. I think no attacks is best, but if you're going to attack, it's going to be the Peregrine. Okay. Alright, that's a lot of land. But I think I can just attack with a Drannith Healer here. Or I can swing out. Swinging out is actually pretty tempting too, because they don't have good blocks. Yeah, let's swing out. So let's Indomitable Will this guy. The 2/4, and then I can Crusader that makes this a 4/4 and this a 3/5. But the main thing that this does is it lets my team get in for more damage. They go to 9. If they're still missing land drops, they're like very far behind. It does pump their guys, right? There's an island, but now I'm in trouble. They're 4/4 and 2/2 do a lot of work here. I can swing out, but I only hit them for 4. And I lose a lot of stuff, so now I have to pump the brakes. I have no cards in hand. They have a hand full of action, 7 spells. Ugh, the Flood is strong. Actually, no, this is about what we would expect to draw, I think. I do have some really good draws left in the deck. The Clone, ugh, alright. I get that back. And now I'm happy that I put the Will on the Envoy, although I guess I can't really block the Peregrine effectively. Saltfield Recluse is really scary though. Oh no. I guess they're far away from Threshold, but that's a very good card. Oh no. Oh no. This is how it dies. Architects of Will. They play a morph. It could be the O6 flyer. I think at this point they're kind of... No, I guess they really can't attack very well. Okay. What did I do to deserve this? I don't know. I want to play my lands because the clone does scale better the more lands in play I have. So like, you know, if I make a creature that's an 8/8 instead of a 9/9 because I was just had lands in hand, that's one way I can lose. I don't think my opponent's really going to play around much here. They're just going to hit me for 5 and I'm going to die. Because I have 5 power, but they can make it down to 2. And my floating shield is gone. Okay, they give me a death touch creature. But that's a 4/5 menace. I guess I put it on the envoy. Although that's my best card. I guess I put on Dranith Healer. Okay, what did I do to deserve this? Yeah, keep playing lands and dying. I don't think I can win now. This is too many lands. 8, 9, 10, 11 lands. I'm running 16. So there's 5 lands left in the deck. That's a lot. Yeah, and the problem is none of my creatures have enough power to actually have Death Touch. I can take 8. I mean, I'm not winning the long game, right? So I have 2 options. I can double block this guy, but then they make this a 0/1, and then I just lose both creatures. I can block here, but then they just shrink it by 1 and I die there. So I think taking 8 is somehow my best play. And we just need to draw... I'm dead. We're just dead. I don't want to show him more cards. Okay, so that was the Monastery Flock again. So, on the play, Ruthless Instincts, Refresh is kind of interesting. But I could see getting rid of Wafa Hazid. It's such a good card in theory, but I think my best bet against this opponent is to just race them. So running like 2 Break of Days can just do that really well. Yeah, I can get behind that. I could also cut Nameless of the Breath because it's so good though. I'm gonna play it. Alright, deck. We're gonna go first. You're gonna give me a good hand. I don't understand how I'm having such mana troubles. I'm gonna keep this hand because it has a good curve, and we do have travel preparations in our deck, which would be actually kind of awesome with this opener, but it's not great. Ooh, opponent has Terrarian. Okay. Oh no. No, it's fine. I can play this, then I can play the Kestrel, and then I can play the Envoy. I almost like thought of like playing this, but that would be a bad idea. Oh man, that's a good card. Alright. Play you. We just gotta hope they don't have flying blockers. We're not gonna give them goats. We're gonna get travel preparations and we're gonna kill them with it. Alright, I'm gonna attack. They're probably gonna make me sacrifice the Kenra or Kestrel, but that's part of life. Oh, they don't. Alright, let's play the Pegasus. Pegasus is good. I can't imagine them having counter magic. I don't really know what the blue is for. But opponent hits all 3 colors on turn 3 as they do. We need to draw spells. I can't draw more lands. I know I kept a 5-lander. Ooh, deep analysis. Travel preparations. This would be the time. Acceptable. Use the ability. We just want to put them like way behind. I get to hit them for 6. Travel preps is still very live. And I cut Guafa Hazid so I have more castable spells in my deck now. Hunted Nightmare. So I get a Death Touch counter on a creature. I guess I would put that on this guy. I don't think that's a good card for them. I could still just swing out except the Fiend Hunter, which I wasn't going to attack with anyway. Oh man, they're so dead. Deep Analysis, Flashback, discard, yeah. They take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the air. They go to 4 life. Travel Preparations is actually lethal. Bant Panorama gives me blue mana, I guess. Let's give this Vigilance and such. I guess I do trade off my guy for their 4/5. Because then if they don't have a good blocker, I can attack with Fiend Hunter. Cool. They go to 4. It's going to take a lot for them to come out of this. It's possible, just very hard. I think I only really got to use Travel Preparations 1 time, and I won that game almost immediately. What was I going to draw? I have to know. Ooh, that'd be good. There it was. Oh man, all right, that was a weird series of games. This deck was nowhere special. It was kind of fine, but I had to splash some really awkward cards just to get the power level high enough. So, you know, I would not recommend running these cards if you didn't have to, but I think we had to because just a bunch of random 2/2s is not going to win the game most of the time. And the mana wasn't that bad. Like, again, we're okay waiting to cast Altered Ego. This is fine. Travel Preparations is like the best card in the deck. I think this card is absurd. I've never used it in Limited, so maybe I'm wrong. But you could definitely deck your opponent with it. Maybe this card wasn't worth splashing, but I just wanted to play with it because I've never played with it. Except in Commander, but Commander's completely different. So thank you for watching, and see you guys soon.